Hi, welcome to Codes of Harmony. I'm just out walking my pup and catching some sunshine. It's a really beautiful day, and there's all these kind of little feathers and really pretty little bits of pollen flying through the air. It actually looks really surreal and kind of like little fairies flying around. It made me think about orbs, and I noticed I noticed that I've been getting a lot of orbs in photographs lately. A lot of images I'm taking have orbs in them that I've never seen before. If you don't know what orbs are, I encourage you to do a bit of research into that. Orbs are photographic depictions of energies, entities. Some say angels, some say just light energy, like light bodies in terms of different energies coming around and protecting you. Or some say that orbs are loved ones being around you. And yes, I don't know if you catch any of them flying by. And I started getting channeled messages coming through around expectations. I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are starting to exceed your own expectations and actually find that you have success in ways and places in your life that you didn't expect to have success before. And then you at the same time are losing success or losing notions of success in other places that you relied on or that you have become complacent in. I've been channeling messages about ancestry over the last kind of 48 hours, and I've been thinking a lot about how kind of tribal everything's getting at the moment. How when we're kind of coming down to the final rounds, and that things are becoming very fucking territorial, very tribal, very people are really looking for clear identifiers to be able to lock in certain expectations. I'm also hearing that a lot of you are wanting and finding that you're drawn to love and relationships that you didn't expect to be before. And these may be relationships that people in your life do not support. These may be relationships and new paths, new directions that your family don't support, that your friends don't understand. And I've been thinking a lot about how many friends of mine I've lost due to the inappropriate use of my gifts, and that I've actually been, like, if I'm completely honest, which is my aim always, I have been feeling new resurgence of grief. This could be a message for you, of course. Of grief around certain relationships, certain friendships, particularly friendships that I thought would remain with me throughout the rest of the ascension journey. Many of those friendships. So I'm just letting the energy of a very nosy person pass by, or probably someone that just needs healing, right? That's my whole point, is that people need healing. People need healing and are drawing and taking healing from whatever places they have access to, wherever they can. And if you are a healer of any sort, you may be finding that you're having to draw new lines in the sand around, for example, giving out readings. Like when I was learning tarot, you know, it was great to be able to practice my skills and to develop my skills as a tarot reader, as a sage, as an oracle with my friends. But it did get to a point where a number of people just took such high advantage of that I actually lost them as friends, or lost them as, you know, sisters, as you know, fellow warriors. And I think that there will be a chance that some of those relationships and friendships will come back into alignment, but there are some that won't, and I have to just be okay with that. And it's got me, was just bringing in sort of this realization I've had recently about grief around those friendships that I thought that I'd really already let go of and released, and realizing that I haven't done. That can always be confronting. This may be happening for you in your life at the moment. Please be gentle with yourself when you realize that there are things that you haven't quite dealt with that you thought you had. Please be patient. Again, there's no such thing as time. Please share this message with anyone that you think would benefit from hearing it. I've got a lot of channeled messages coming in around your soul path and ancestral knowledge coming into harmony, into alignment. And there is so much that you're going to understand about yourself the more you understand your bloodlines and your lineage, both in this earthly realm and in the stars. Your starseed origin, as many people call it, your galactic family, as well as, of course, past life remembrance. So all of that knowledge, the more that you come into that knowledge, the more that you understand that knowledge, and the more that it kind of flows through you, the more there will be people in your life that drop away, that are not in alignment. The more there will be people that are not ready, or are too afraid, or just not in a place to be able to actually step into the unknown, look into the unknown. A beautiful flock of birds fly overhead. I'm just really mesmerized by these. And of course, I don't get hay fever. People with hay fever might be horrified. But these little kind of flowers, they almost look like feathers, the way that they're moving around. I don't know if the camera is catching any of them. So yeah, I thought I'd just get on here, share a little bit of these messages coming through around acceptance, around expectations, and the difference between those words. Acceptance of other people's expectations does not mean you have to give in to those people's expectations, and fuck anybody that does not understand or support the new ways that you are expanding, the new types of love that you are moving towards, the new relationships that might look and sound and feel differently to other relationships you've been in. You know, the sad reality is that a lot of us have been adhering to what is expected of us and what has been pushed on us and expected from us, that is purely other people's projections, other people's energy, other people's insecurities, other people's unhealed wounds. That is coming through very loudly. I'm hearing that that's a really major thing that's happening for a lot of people. having other people's unhealed wounds basically bleed out onto the relationship, the friendship, the dynamic, even the workplace. There's a lot of really major transits happening at the moment. There's a lot of huge things happening globally for the kind of global collective. There are lots of secrets coming out. There are lots of untold stories and hidden agendas coming out into the light. And while that happens globally, it means that it also ends up happening individually, on an individual level. And just something about these feathery flowers flying around in the sky has me thinking about interconnectedness, about how the interconnectedness is becoming so much more evident and so much louder, so much more unavoidable. That is something that we should be able to find happiness and comfort in. Even though we have been absolutely taught the opposite. Even though we have been taught, socially programmed, as well as taught via other people's projections, especially family, especially the matriarchs and patriarchs that have raised us or been part of that process. Those expectations are now reforming and reshaping for themselves. So anybody that you feel like is projecting unwanted, toxic expectations that have to do with their own bullshit, just remember that everybody is going through their own form of awakening, and that there is a process, a grieving going on within those people. There is a process of awakening happening for them, particularly people from older generations, that is really painful and scary for lots of people, especially when you resist it, especially when you fight it, you know. Mima, have you done that? And this is my beautiful dog, Mima. Mima, say hello to the YouTube. Mummy's on YouTube. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, my familia. Also, don't forget that your familiars, your animals, the animals in your life, your family members who happen to be animals, they are also going through their own process of adjusting to the way the earth is changing, the way society is changing, and the way that you are changing. Yeah, so that's probably all of the channel messages coming through today. This beautiful sunshiny day. More sunshine messages from Codes of Harmony.